Hey guys, welcome to how to build a house tutorial. So this is probably going to be kind of a longer type of tutorial because houses can get kind of complicated and take a long time. I'll try to pause the video here and there, and hopefully we can save time during the video. So as you can see, I started with a foundation, such as like that. We're actually going to move this out, or move this in a little bit, that way it doesn't tear with the walls, as you could see there. Why does it keep lagging so badly? I have no idea why it does that. When I try to move around while trying to select something, it's just not working properly. So let's go ahead and push this back. So you want to start with a foundation or a base for your house. Then what I would do is I would make this black layer. Like, you're wondering what this black layer is. Like, here's the foundation below it. Here's the black layer. Well, the black layer is basically it's to put flooring on, and like wood planks and kitchen flooring. Like, as you can see here. It just looks nicer if there's like a black layer below it, and it looks way better like that. At least in my opinion, but you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But that's typically how it's done. Alright. So let's continue on here to making our walls. So we're going to make the front on the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. And we would want to figure out what would be a good size for the door. If I can get this situated properly. Okay, that's good. Alright. So this wall is 69. So 35 maybe. And then move this back over here. So the next step is to make some walls. I should have mentioned that a while ago. But yeah. So you want to make some walls next. So pretty simple stuff. If you're wondering why I'm making these walls kind of low, is because you want to start making you want to put windows on top of these walls first of all. Don't tell me I messed up. Wow. How come Wow, that's 70. Great math. I'm a failure, guys. Okay. So we're going to have to move both of these back and try resizing them. So we probably want 5 for the door, so let's make actually 6, so let's do 32. Go ahead and move those over here. 1.5. We're going to have to move this one 3 over. God, I hate this lag. I'm like dropping 20-30s every time I'm using this. I don't know if it's studio or what. Alright, so now what we want to do next, let me load up action on my keyboard. So now what we want to do next is probably make some windows. And then we're going to start installing the roof and etc. and start doing the interior. So to make a, we first want to figure out our window size. So let's say that our house maybe wants to be 12 height. So this is 4, this is 8, so 12 is pretty good. Let's actually grab a mannequin real quick so we can kind of see what it's like compared to our characters. It's actually a little tall for such a small house. Let's actually make that a little bit lower, because why not? Put this down to 5. I actually should have made those bottom walls lower. But oh well, this works perfectly fine. Alright, so next what we want to do is so this is where the door is going to be. So obviously you probably don't want to put windows there, otherwise things are going to look weird and complicated. So we're going to space this out by 5, and then we're going to make a small as we can little wood frame, or whatever kind of frame you want, guys, honestly. So we're going to make this wood, and then go ahead, copy. I was about to say, like, something's not right. Okay, so put this up here. And then we're going to go ahead and copy this again. And then move this over here. And we're going to space out this. And then pretty much you can just copy and paste these windows because they work really well. And then, so let's go ahead and copy and paste this to right here. So we have a nice open area. We probably want to make some more unique windows, though, especially on the sides, because we do not want to make all of our windows the same, because that would be boring. So as we do that, we're going to just copy and paste windows everywhere, and then we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so now that we have a front done, we're going to go ahead and make the side windows. We're going to make them a little bit different this time. And also, instead of making the same windows on both sides, we're going to try to make these unique in a way. So what I'm planning on, of course, we're going to have to make some new ones for this, because otherwise it's not going to properly seat right there. Rotates a little bit weird. So we'll see what we come up with through the side windows, and the back windows will probably do the same thing as the front. Alright, so now that we have our windows situated, we're going to go ahead and try to make some longer type windows. So let's go ahead and connect this piece right here. And let's go ahead and make this a 10 by 5 window to fit with the wall. Then we're going to actually lower this a little bit. That way we can fit our top frame. You probably don't want these to tear into each other. People may not notice it, but may cause some problems later on. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this. Then continue on with their window making. Alright, now that we have the side finished, or yeah, the side of the walls finished, we're going to go ahead and try to copy all these windows and push them to the back. And then for that middle piece where the door is, we're just going to put a piece there. Again, you probably want to make your back windows different, or have no windows at all, or change your design. But again, we're going to make a nice simple house here, and hopefully get some ideas running for you. And hopefully this helps you out. Alright, so let's go ahead and copy and paste this. And we'll move on to the next step, making the upper layer for the walls, which is probably one of the easiest parts ever. Okay, that's obviously not on there. Should be good to go. And obviously, let's cover that up. Let's actually use 1 brick, because it's unnecessary to use 3 bricks right there. Alright, so now that we have our windows in place, you can see how this building may come together. So we probably want to make our upper walls now. Obviously, we do not want to leave our frames just sitting there like that. That just looks kind of awkward. So we're going to make this one tall. This is not going to be a very tall upper layer, obviously. And then we're going to add some painted walls in the interior. And it will get a little bit more complicated, at least for my building techniques. But we'll see what happens from there. So go ahead and add these in. And I'll come back in a second. Alright, next we're going to try to make the rooms for the house. So we're going to go ahead and copy and paste this wall. And we're going to make some sort of highway. What? Gosh. Okay, never mind. Totally screwed that up. Nope. Okay. So we're going to do like a standard oh my god. We're going to do... Okay. I'm being really pathetic right now. I'm sorry. Anyways, we're going to make a hallway. That's what I've been trying to say. To go across here. And it'll lead to all kinds of different... Oh my god. Why does it lag so bad? Studio, fix you. I'm not even going to try. Okay. So go ahead and make those. And you probably want to do a symmetrical type thing right here. And actually, no. We don't have to worry about that, because we can just copy paste this to the other side and try to line them up. So this is going to be a 4-room house. It's got some decent room. I mean, the hallway may not be the best kind of entrance, but it works out alright. Go ahead and expand that all the way. Just push that back 6 studs. So now we're going to go ahead and copy and paste this. And go ahead and just move that over ever so slightly. Oh my god, why does it... That lag's kind of pissing me off. Alright. Hopefully these are lined up. I kind of doubt they are. Nope, they're not. Oh well, easy fix. No, not 0.2. Okay. So now that we have our walls, we're going to go ahead and make the center wall right here, which we can just rotate this, obviously, 90 degrees, and go ahead and just slap it on like that. Oh, we should actually make different sized rooms. So this one can be like that. Like, that's going to be a miscellaneous. Oh, yeah, that's going to cut through the window. So that actually won't work. So we're going to go ahead, rotate this. I'd be doing so much better if it wasn't so laggy. Like, everything's loaded properly, everything's working properly. But I don't know why it's running so rough. Like, every time I try to move the camera or, like, trying to use things, it's running really, really rough. Studio is just being dumb. Alright, so now that we have our rooms, we're going to make a door design, because it's going to be a universal door where it can fit in every kind of thing, except for the front door. The front door is going to be a 5, while these doors are going to be 6. So now with that, we have our rooms decided, we can start working on the floor. So let me think of a design real quick for the floor. Alright, so specifically for this hallway, we're going to go ahead and use a nice traditional wood design, where I'm just going to... Okay, that doesn't go through the wall. Why is it so laggy? Okay. So we're going to try to evenly space these out, sorta. That's even possible in this hallway, I do not know yet. Go ahead and click out of that. Come on, click out of that. There we go. So let's go ahead. We can also resize these if you want, or if we can too. So nope, that's obviously not going to work, but see how there's a little bit of space in between there? So we could go ahead and possibly shift these over. Why does it have to be so laggy? Come on. There we go. Alright, so that looks about evenly separated from each other, so I cannot stand this lag at all. I don't know what's causing it. I honestly do not know, but it's getting really freaking annoying. I mean, just look at... Oh, God. As you can see, I'm having a really hard time here. I need to get this issue fixed soon. It's obviously not my computer. I know it's not for a fact. Everything is running perfectly fine, except for Studio. Alright, so now that we have a nice walkway, that looks pretty nice. I mean, so we're going to figure out a design for the floors of the rooms of the house. Alright, hey, welcome back. So we're going to... I decided that a cool little fabric would be good for that room. That's going to be like a type of living room or hangout room. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this. I know you guys may not like fabric, but honestly, it's sometimes not too necessary to overdo the flooring and such. So we're going to make different floorings per room. This is going to be the kitchen. This is going to be a room with wood in it. I'm not sure where I'm going to make it. It can be like a workshop or something. So what color do we want to use for this? That's the thing, like fabric like darkens the heck out of these colors. Let's actually not put these two next to each other. Let's put them kind of opposite to each other. This looks a little bit better that way. No, we're supposed to do that. Alright, so next we're going to make some tiles for the kitchen over here. Go ahead and move that over. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is getting so freaking choppy when I'm trying to do things. FPS is just terrible. Okay. So this is going to be like the living room type thing. So we probably want to make wood planks that face a different way, just so they look better and look a little bit more realistic. We probably want to change the type of wood as well. Let's go ahead and make this a cool little orange. And then go ahead and copy and paste this across the floor. Alright, so now that we finished the flooring for whatever room this may be. Now we're going to go ahead and doing a tile type thing. So we're going to have to decide a size as well as how much we want to space them out, which that's not really a problem at all. Alright. So I'm going to make these 4x4. So let's go ahead and do that. So obviously we want to, let's try out marble, and then we can change the material later. Ooh, that's a little bright. Let's actually make that a bit darker. There we go. Oh, that looks a lot better, actually. Let's go ahead and make that. Yeah, looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and just copy and paste this, and then we'll have tiles ready in a minute. Alright, so now that we're nearly finishing up, what we're going to do next is put in the interior walls, or should we do the roof first? Let's actually do the roof. As you can see at the end of these tiles, they're not exactly lined up the best compared to the wall, but we can just resize them. Doesn't really look that big of a deal anyway. So the next thing we can do is make a roof. Unfortunately, roofs are kind of hard. Wait, I got an idea. What I can do is I can try out a new design, or I take wood planks, rotate them, and then have like a triangular roof. But before we make the roof, it's gonna make it a lot harder to build in the inside. So before we make that, we're gonna make the interior walls. Alright, so interior walls aren't necessary to building a good house, but this is a technique I've been using for a very long time, and I just thought it'd be really cool to show it to you guys. So basically what you want to do is, basically what all this does is, this is my train of thought, is on the outside the house stays the same, but in the inside the rooms are colored and etc. And it just looks pretty awesome. I mean, it's pretty cool to do that. So we're gonna make all the rooms pretty much the same color. Might divide it up in different rooms. Let's go ahead and just make them all the same color. And then if you want to resize these differently and such, and make different colored rooms, you can go ahead and do that. Doesn't really matter. Again, if you're building what you're building, do whatever the heck you want. It's your thing, you know. And I might say that a lot, and I'm not trying to be rude about it either, but it's your stuff, so go ahead and do what you want. That's pretty much what I'm going to say. Alright. The reason why I didn't do the top part is that there's a chance that it might glitch a little bit if I do with the other parts, so that did not work. Wait, yeah, it did. What am I talking about? So let's go ahead, finish the rest of these. I took a break. I keep taking breaks on this tutorial, so I really need to finish this up, because I'm just like thinking about things. I really slowed down in building, to be honest. Alright, so let's go ahead, make these real quick. I just realized, but look how nice this house looks with just the extra layer of stuff. I mean, you gotta admit, this looks pretty darn nice. I don't know why that happened right there. So, one thing I forgot to do is paint these rooms right here. These are going to be a little bit harder to do, but let's do them anyway. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this. Do that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What are you doing? What the heck is this thing doing? We might have to move them out a little bit farther than they're supposed to. Oh my god, you are being quite a hassle, don't you? Alright, we'll come back. Alright, so see how the color really affects and changes the mood of the house, and it just looks really, really cool now. Just from adding paint to this. I know I'm going to have to fix these corners, but just add a layer of paint to those if you want. They're not really too necessary to do right now. So next, we're not going to finish this house because not really necessary. This is just specifically for the house. So I hope you guys like my techniques so far, and I hope you're enjoying them. I really appreciate it. Actually, instead of doing the roof, let's go ahead. We got some frame tearing. Let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead and start putting in the windows. So to do windows, basically get a really Let's make sure there's no meshes. Okay, good. Get a nice thin block. Change the weight or whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter again. And make it transparency again. This is up to you. Decide your transparency. Decide what you want to do. And then you have yourself nice windows. And of course there's a texture, so let's go ahead and make that plastic. And now you have yourself some really nice windows. Let's actually increase the transparency a little bit, or decrease it. So now that looks a little bit more real, and it's kind of tearing into that, so make sure you watch for tearing, because that can really ruin the window experience. So let's go ahead and copy paste this around into the other side, and we're going to have to make some separate windows for the front as well. Oh, I forgot, we probably want to resize these as well. Make them look a little bit more realistic. Or you can do whatever you want. Actually, let's leave them like that, actually. I think it looks better that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and make the front windows now. Alright, so now that we have a front window, we're going to go ahead and copy and paste this. And by the way, make sure you be careful of copying and pasting windows. Because if you forget that you copy and pasted one and you left it there, you're going to have some weird looking windows, and they're going to be much more cloudy. Because when you put two layers of transparency together, one of them, well, it'll basically be a lot harder to look through. So now that we have windows in, this house is looking really nice. I really like it, even though it's really simply built. So now what we can do is, since we're nearly done with the interior, every time I think about this, there's more things to add. So we need to come up with a door design. I need some time thinking about this one. So what we can do is we're going to need a wood. So what I'm going to do is make like a very well, first of all, let's make the interior doors. This block's going to be hard to get in here, isn't it? It's going to try hard. Okay. So let's get this lined up at the wall right here. Actually, it cannot line up. That's alright. So let's go ahead and resize that, and then expand it all the way to the top. Oh, by the way, guys, pro tip for builders, make sure to non-collide this. Otherwise, very bad things will happen, because otherwise people will be like, oh, I want to walk through your door, and then boom, they can't go through it, because it won't happen, because you forgot to make it non-collide. So I'm going to make like a nice simple wood design right here. Hard drive's going kind of nuts right now because I'm doing a lot of things. Ooh. This isn't going to be perfect, but it works. This is really thrown off in terms of how symmetrical this stuff is, but that's alright. Again, you can come up with any door design. You can make it more simple, you can make it more complicated, whatever you guys want to do, or whatever looks good to you. So let's go ahead and move this over. And let's make like some kind of cool square design. Yeah, square design. This is like the standard house doors that I'm trying to think about right here. Just a little bit thicker. There we are. Okay, we want this to be 2.5, and then go ahead and copy and paste that all the way 4 down. Make sure these are all non-collide. Where is non-collide? Frick. Okay. That's anchored. Collision tool. Okay, good, it's off. So now what we're going to do is copy and paste this door. And then put it in every room. Which will be nice and easy. And then we're going to go ahead and test this in player mode. And show you guys around. And then we're going to get on to the roof and show you how cool this house is, and etc. So let's get on to it. Let's go to test. Play. That's pretty sweet. There goes the base plate. It flew away. As you can see, if you're far away, you're going to need a lot of frame tearing because there's some very accurate C-framing here. Dang, this is a small house. It was meant to be a small house anyway. This looks pretty nice. I'm kind of proud of my work, actually. Again, guys, I really recommend you build. It gives you more self-confidence. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, get emotional if you're building, but it's pretty awesome stuff. You know, you accomplish something and it's there. These things are just really off, as you can see. There's a little crack in the wall, but this looks really nice. Again, I don't really recommend this hallway design. It's kind of bad, especially for this, but it works. Why does this look blue? It kind of looks blue to me, even though it's like a black. This one is pretty cool, especially if you're first person. That works out alright. If you're third person trying to walk through, it's kind of tight. This can probably fit like 10 people on a max. I mean, it's pretty cool. Oh, one thing we can make is a bedroom, but we're not going to make furniture, of course. Alright, so let's go back to stop. Go back to stop. Yes, let's go back to stop. Alright. Anyways, about that, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to need a completely new block. Let's go ahead and take this random one. And we're going to try to make a roof design. So I'll try to figure out something, and then I'll let you guys know about it. Alright, so to make a roof design, I decided that it'll be kind of weird if you're inside of the house and there's going to be like a really weird roof. It's more recommended if you do a 2-story, because then you can go inside the roof or whatever you guys want. So I'm just gonna, you guys probably don't want to do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and just make a flat top roof. I mean, it's good temporarily, but you definitely want to make a roof design. So what I'm gonna do to make it super basic, we want a good ceiling color for this, don't we? Actually, white looks okay, I guess, for now. Oh, I kind of like that color. Alright, so what we're going to do is we need a mesh, obviously, so let's go ahead. Big mesh, obviously. Make a wedge. I'm not sure. Okay. Things are getting really big all of a sudden, aren't they? Alright. I hate working with big things. They're just awkward. Alright. Don't let this crush your roof. Please. Okay. Whoa, that is way off. What am I doing? Okay. Alright. And go ahead and put this back here. Obviously, we don't want a roof that tall. That's just weird. Don't be weird for your roofs. I swear. Just kidding. Okay. Alright, so let's make that 20. Copy that. Why is it not making the copy sound? It should be. Alright, go ahead and put this over here. And again, you can always change this to however you like. And then, the final move. I don't even know why. Go ahead and do this. Make sure it's even on both sides. And then, oh, that's a little off. And again, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this way earlier, but you can use any kind of tools you want. I'm just using F3X for now. Alright, so as you can see, it is quite a bit dark in our house. So what we want to do to fix that is we want a dynamic light. So we're not going to furnish the house, obviously, so we're going to make a nice spotlight. Oh, that's angle lights. So spotlight, let's put our range to 30. And our house lights up decently. What? Oh. Alright, that looks a little bit better. Alright, so now our house is lit up. It's not, it is kind of bright, but we don't want a dark house. That just looks weird. Anything else to add? I honestly don't know to you guys. We can always add some exterior, but you can pretty much do what you want with the exterior. For this house over here, I added some bricks, which I don't really like in my opinion, but you can add whatever you want. One thing I forgot to do is add wood to the bottom of these. You can do that too. Design idea for you guys. Pretty much do whatever you want. Make your own unique houses. This is just very basic, very generic. Wanted to show you a couple techniques, and sorry if this tutorial is pretty long. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you think it helped you, or you thought it was good, or whatever. And please subscribe. I really appreciate that. And leave a comment. Have any questions or anything like that? Also leave a comment. I'll try to respond to you as quickly as possible. And I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed it. And let me know what other tutorials you guys like next. Thank you for watching.